baby shower when you found out that I was pregnant. You're acting like it's your baby.
I didn't know that it was illegal to be excited about becoming a new mom. I've literally done nothing wrong.
You were going to be a grandma, not a mother. Stop referring to my child as yours. It's creepy.
Yeah, today we're talking about toxic boy moms. Now, full disclaimer, this video is for educational purposes only. I am not here to call out anybody's mama directly. But if you feel like you are being personally attacked, you might want to stick around. I think we can all agree that there is a difference between loving your kid and trying to date them. These are the toxic boy moms. Those moms who act like they're starring in some kind of romantic, weird drama instead of just, being a mother. Sometimes it feels like you're asking for too much.
So second baby, what is it, boy or girl? Oh, it's a boy. Thank God. Why is that a thank God? Well, now you finally get to feel a mother's love. I love my daughter. Right, but with a boy, it's just different. Okay, I have a lot of problems, but I don't have your problem.
Now, obviously, this was a skit, as well as the first video, the intro was a skit as well. I get it. But there are some toxic boy moms that are like this in real life. I promise you, if I am talking to you out in the street and you do as you're talking about you being excited to be a boy mom, I'm calling CPS. I know you haven't given birth to your child, but I'm calling CPS. There's something weird and a little uncomfortable, actually a lot of uncomfortable about that. That's not a word, a lot of uncomfortable. I'm calling CPS regardless.
Back over there to that bench.
You think I won't fall over right now?
You better take. You let me go out. Promise to God.
She promised to God.
Okay.
Oh, praise the Lord.
I'm fixing to look at my life.
Come on, man. Hey, there.
Aww.
I didn't wash my face this morning.
Now, some of y'all may see that video and say, girl, that is a stretch. You know what? It's not. I was going to say, it may be a stretch, but it's not. That's weird. I'm just going to say it. That's weird. Do you guys need me to say more? It's weird. That's it. Now, those were just some of the clips. We're going to get into others here in a bit. Here's the thing. We get it. You brought this little dude into this world, raised him, probably cleaned up some really gross things that I will not be mentioning in this video, but that doesn't mean you have to be the CEO of his life until the day that he dies. At some point, he's got to grow up. I know. Grow up into a man, and you don't have to be the mommy that is monitoring him every single step of the journey, especially when he is married. Now, if it wasn't already obvious, I'm going to clarify. I'm not saying all boy moms are toxic moms, but there are some toxic moms and we're gonna get into them. I know you guys know the type I'm talking about. Now, some of these won't be shown in these TikTok clips, but y'all know the moms who are like, nobody will love you like I do. And while that's true, because let's be real, no one wants to love your son the same way you do, it's not healthy. You've got some moms out here doing all kinds of weird things, texting their sons all day like they're in some type of long distance relationship, grilling their son's girlfriend or wife like they're trying to steal her man, and making him feel guilty if he so as much as suggests living or moving away 10 miles. Like, ma'am, it's called personal space, not a conspiracy against you. And let's not forget about the wives and the girlfriends who are caught in this crossfire, this toxic nonsense. These poor souls are just trying to get some quality time with their guy. Meanwhile, his mom is out here feeling like she's being cheated on. She'll criticize every single thing. Why does she cook like that? Why does she look at me like that? Why does she look at you like that? Why does she love you like I do? Lady, he's not replacing you. He's just out here trying to live a normal life with someone who didn't give birth to him. Now, if you didn't know, parental love and romantic love are not the same and never will be. You're supposed to love your kid, but not like that. Being a mom is about nurturing, guiding, and eventually stepping back. Romantic love, that's about partnership, equality, and not following him around like a helicopter with a built-in guilt complex. If you're a toxic boy mom, it's time to set him free. And by free, I mean stop texting him 24/7. Let him make his own decisions, and please stop pretending his wife or girlfriend is trying to dethrone you. You're not the queen of his heart anymore. It is time to gracefully retire. Gracefully. At the end of the day, real love, whether it is parental or romantic, doesn't suffocate or control, and that can go for a lot of things. It respects boundaries, lets people grow, and recognizes that your kid isn't your emotional support system for life, nor is he a replacement for your whack partner. And if you think I'm reaching, go ahead and watch other TikToks that I'm not including in this video. You have given your son his wings. Now just let him fly. And this means even if he is flying straight into a relationship that doesn't require your stamp of approval on every flight plan. So the caption on this clip says, when you realize you're gonna have to share the love of your life, my baby boy, with another female one day. And it's the song, Let Me Go Ahead and Pour Myself a Whiskey. If you're into country music like I am, you know the song I'm talking about. But and the thing with these videos is most of them, the kids aren't even 18. They're usually below that, and it's just weird and cringe, nasty, disgusting. Your child isn't grown up yet, and you already putting this in your head, and you're showing your true colors before he even finds his first love. And as you guys can see in this one, a mother is a son's first true love. Now, a son, especially the first son, is a mother's last true love. Now, it may be a mother's last true love, but it definitely is not a son's last love. I'm uncomfortable, if you guys can't tell, and it is part, y'all heard that? It is part of the reason why I can't articulate my words right now. It is weird. And then we have this mom who says, just making my son's girlfriend a sandwich as she eats everything in my house. And that's chili powder with ham is what she's gonna throw in there. Y'all are weird, and I bet that sandwich is for you, you weirdo. So there's this trend that's going on where it says, teaching my blank to blank so that your blank can't blank. Y'all will understand. It is very petty. Let's get into it. So this clip is teaching my son how to cook so he's not impressed by your crusty daughter's PB&J. So for one, we can all agree, weird. But secondly, you're already coming up with this idea of your potential daughter-in-law, or unless you don't want your son to be married, being crusty and making just a PB&J. Also, cooking is just a life skill for everybody. Now, if the daughter-in-law prefers to be in the kitchen and she just wants to cook up for your son, that is cool. But your son still needs to know how to feed himself, whether there is a woman in his life or not. Next up, we have teaching my son how to cook so your daughter is not only preparing cereal and ramen noodles for him. Weird, strange. The same things I said in the beginning is how I'm feeling right now. Very uncomfortable. Teaching my son how to cook so he doesn't have to depend on your non-cooking daughter. What a shame to assume that his future wife can't cook, a basic life skill that everybody should have. And then these boy moms just give you like a look. Like, girl, you're not winning. Matter of fact, you're just making us all uncomfortable. Teaching my son to cook so he's not impressed by your frozen pizza daughter. Teaching my sons to cook so your hot pocket thoughty daughter doesn't impress him. Now, the reason I said this trend is very petty is because it's the battle of the parents and their daughters and sons that have no idea or may have some sort of idea of what's going on depending on how young or older they are. The dads came out and this dad said, teaching my daughters how to cook so she can bring me my food while I'm on 2K. Now, this one made me chuckle because it's a little lighthearted, but it's also like, bro, get up and make your own food. Anyways, I digress with this one. It's a nice little calm after the storm that we had. And then this dad says, teaching my daughter how to properly cook a steak so she's not impressed by your dusty son's well done steak. The energy is being reciprocated. The fact that your son-in-law is going to be dusty in your eyes, that's weird. It's weird, it's strange. I'm uncomfortable. why am I putting myself in this situation? And then we have a teaching my daughter how to be the king of the grill so she doesn't need your dusty son once again to cook for her. Y'all are just petty parents that have a lot of time in y'all's hands, all right? Because what the heck is going on? Not all parents are some weirdos, and there were some parents to come and save the day and understand that cooking or cleaning, whatever, is just a basic life skill that everybody has to have. This dad over here said, teaching my son to cook so he doesn't grow up thinking cooking is a woman's job. That is very refreshing to see. There is hope for humanity out there. Not all parents are petty. Not that I expected there to be all parents that are petty, but I'm just saying. This is a breath of fresh air. Next up, we have this mom who says, teaching my son to cook so he can cook, period. For himself, for others, maybe your daughter or your son, and then they can all eat. A bon appetit. Literally. Cooking for your friends, cooking for his future wife, cooking for his friends, whatever the case is, she understands the assignment. Bon apple feet. Y'all know that, some of y'all may get it, some of y'all may not. It's not a big deal. And then we have this mother who a lot of people may have misinterpreted it. And if you think I'm not understanding it and I'm tripping for thinking this way, let me know in the comment section below. Watching my son snuggle with his girlfriend while he recovers from surgery. Remembering when he used to snuggle me for comfort. Watching them grow up is bittersweet. Now, a lot of people took this as a toxic boy mom. Personally, I don't think it is, because she says, remembering when he used to cuddle me for comfort when he was feeling ill. And now she is glad, although bittersweet, that he has somebody to comfort him in rough times. That's how I understood it. And it isn't toxic in my opinion. And this next mother, in my opinion, takes the cake, because a toxic boy mom would have loved this opportunity that was pretty much handed to her.
Would you marry me, Mom? Would you marry me? Would you marry me?
No, you don't. No.
Why? Why do you hurt me?
I'm your mommy.
But you were
You
too.
gotta ask another girl.
Why?
I can't be your wife.
Why?
I can only be your mom.
Why you would be like a princess when you marry me?
I could be a princess when somebody else marry me.
I marry you. I said I marry you, Mom. I didn't marry you,
I like how the mom is just sitting there like, anyways, and some of y'all may be like, oh no, you're rejecting your son. No, as he should be rejected. His mom should not be his wife. And y'all may think, oh, it's a stretch. I don't care. Call me a stretch. I'm stretching right now, okay? There we go. There's your stretch. Now, I don't typically put people's usernames because I've had in the past people going to bully these TikTokers that I usually discuss. I don't know for what reason y'all are harassing these people. These videos are for educational purposes only. However, that mom deserves a trophy, so I will put her handle right here if you guys want to go and show her some love. You know what? There are some beautiful people out there. There is hope for humanity. Now, just as there's good, like we just watched, there is also toxic that we're gonna watch. And in my opinion, this lady takes the crown.
I never thought that I would be that toxic boy mom. I love my 4 kids equally, but that last little boy just hits different. And now I feel like I'm having this existential crisis. Before I wouldn't be that mom, that toxic boy mom. He hits his sisters, he punches them. I'm like, maybe he's having a hard day. So when I think about my daughters getting married,
So you just let him punch your daughters because you think he's having a hard day? Am I hearing that? Am I tripping? I'm not tripping in this one.
he punches them. I'm like, maybe he's having a hard day. So when I think about my daughters getting married, I get excited, right? Think about their dresses, planning their weddings. When I think about my son's wedding, I want to cry. Boy mums, we got to step up. We got to realize that we are the problem.
Yeah, y'all are 110% the problem. Seek help. Now, she's not the only queen of toxic moms. That's what y'all are the queens of. Not your son's life, but the queen of toxic moms. Let's check her out.
A Utah mother, Amber Wright, faced criticism on social media for giving her 16-year-old son an exuberant hug after a football game. Some users accused her of crossing boundaries, while others defended her actions, noting that there was nothing inappropriate about the display of affection. Wright defended herself by stating that the hug was simply a natural display of affection between her and her son, and that they share an even more intimate bond in private.
What do you mean by you share a more intimate bond in private? Like, can I get some clarity on that? Because I think my speed dial number on my phone is now going to be CPS. What does that mean?
It was literally a hug between my son and I. And so if you're one of the people that happens to see something immoral or wrong with it, then I'm just going to say that's on you. And I'm not going to take it down because I didn't do anything wrong.
She asserted that those who perceived anything wrong with the hug were projecting their own biases and judgments onto her innocent gesture. Despite some users defending Wright, she ultimately deleted the video and made her Instagram account private in response to the online backlash. The incident sparked debate about the appropriateness of such displays of affection between parents and their teenage children.
And those were, in my opinion, the two queens of toxic boy moms.